Good evening. Welcome everybody to the journey to become wealthy. My name is Kelvin Reed, and crypto is going crazy today. Crypto is going crazy 4 days in a row, I believe. Before we get into it, you guys take a moment, making sure you like, subscribe to the video. Make sure you like, subscribe to the video, hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I post videos. So let's talk about it, right? Crypto is going crazy again. It was said that it was going into crypto winter. It was said that crypto's crashing with the stock market, and lo and behold, the stock market's still holding flat, but crypto's going to the moon, right? So let's check it out. Let's see what we got. First, we got Bitcoin, and this is not even the big dog. Bitcoin on the day 3.11%. On the week, 14.37%. Ethereum up 2.67% on the day, 14.49% on the week. We got Cardano up 5.93% for today, 17% for the week. Solano down 0.97%, but up 10.05%. Terra Luna up 3.21%. On the week, 9.13%. Dogecoin up 3.13% on the day and 15% on the week. And now here go the big dog, right? The one that's really running up, going to the moon. We got Shiba INU up 14% for the day and 52% for the week. 52% for the week. If you guys were watching me on last week, you saw me mentioning Shiba Inu at this 4 zeros and 20 cent price. 4 zeros and 20. And I was like, man, this is a buying opportunity, right? Even if you already own it, you can average down or whatever the case may be. And now look at it. This thing has went on a run. It is currently sitting at 4 zeros and 33 cents. If you got in this joker when it was 4 zeros and 20 or anything below 4 zeros and 25, you really banking right now. You just making money. And I mean, you making money. That's all there's to it. So let's check it out, right? Let's see and we just looked at the analysis on this joker the other day, right? Let's see what the difference is. 52% of people are in the money right now. 18% are at the money, and 30% are out of the money. These numbers were just about reversed when we looked at it on last week, right? We saw about 50% out of the money. I want to say in about 30% in the money. That's what we were seeing. And look, and these numbers are still remaining consistent. We had about 93% between 1 to 12 months holding, and about 6% less than 1 month holding. The summary is actually still showing bearish, but this joker's running up right now. I mean, it's going to the moon, right? So you can't really deny that. It's up 50% on the week, and that's not including any prior gains that it had. So it's kind of crazy, right, to see that. I mean, the market's still holding flat. It's still going down. Yet we see crypto just booming, right? I mean, Bitcoin, let's check it out. Bitcoin. This joker was at, I want to say a week ago, right? It came down as low as 36,000, right? And look at it right now. Let's go back a month. The past month, it came out again, like I keep telling you guys, it came down as low as $33,000. I mean, it was down 20% from 41. So if you bought it at this 33, you would probably be hitting it. Let's see what this thing is. You'd probably be hitting about 20% right now. Probably about 20% right now gains if you got it at the 33. And again, I was talking about this, right? Buy during the red so that you know you looking good when that thing start to run back up. Ethereum, same way, right? ETH. Let's see. Let's check it out a week ago. A week ago, came down to 26.61 for the month. The low point was 2200, 2184, and it was down 31%. And now it's come all the way back up. From that point. So it's up about 31% now, 30% from the month, the low point of the month. So if you got that thing at the low point of the month, you should be banking right now. You should really be banking. And this is around the time where I told you guys I was considering moving. I think I said that about $2,600 Ethereum was. I was considering investing less in Bitcoin and more into Ethereum. And we see that Ethereum pretty much almost doubled. We see Bitcoin with about a max gain of 20% over the month from the lows. And we see Ethereum at about 30% for the month on the lows from the low side. So I mean, it definitely money making opportunities if you bought it on these low ranges. And that's the difference between crypto and the stock market, right? Crypto can run up or down any form or fashion that it wants. There's no holds barred. You can lose 30%, just like we saw with Ethereum, and you can gain that 30% right back within a matter of weeks. And it really, you can just make money that way. If you want to swing crypto, I've told you guys before, you can, especially right now while we're seeing the stock market go crazy like it is. It's hard to predict. So you definitely want to just be aware of what you're looking into. Look, we got Crow up 15% for the week, 5% on the day. Let's check out our Mana and Sandbox. We know those are two metaverse plays. Mana is up 0.21% for the day, but still holding strong, up 18% for the week. And Sandbox down 0.76% for the day, but still up 14.86% for the week. So pretty much everything we've been looking at from its lows is up about 15%. You guys got to realize, I mean, I showed you guys the S&P 500 and the other major indexes are usually up about 20% for the year, right? 20% for the year. You can make 20% gains in a year, but you can make smart plays, smart moves, actually do your due diligence and your research, buy at the low points, the technical low points, not the, hey, I want to get in when everybody says get in, but the technical low points, and you can gain 15% off one play every time you turn around, right? You can easily gain that 15% by just averaging down or buying in while things are low and making sure you take your profits. I'm not saying that these things are done running up, but I myself surely consider taking some profits at the 15 to 20% range. And that's just some profits, right? I'm not going to take everything out. I want to keep some of it at that low range so it keeps my average. And I'm going to continue to average in as I sell off some because, I mean, it's house money at this point. I sell everything that I made off of it and I just hold on to what I've gained. I have not done that yet, but it's just something to consider for those of you who are afraid of those red days, who can't handle the volatility of the crypto market. Because, again, who knows how long before these things come back down. Right now, they are a strong trend up. They are a strong trend up, so I would not say sell right now. I would say definitely look for some weakness, for some selling pressure, and then consider getting out. But I'm telling you guys what I'm doing. I'm continuing to average down. I'm loving going into these green days, especially on the crypto side. So let's check out the stock market. We got the S&P 500 down 0.32%, pretty flat. Again, anything less than 1% for me is always a flat day. The Dow Jones up 0.01%, really flat. The NASDAQ down 0.58%, again really flat. We got the Hang Seng actually down 1.45%. Apparently Hong Kong took a beating in the market today, but that's fine. You know, we can expect to see that because the Hang Seng was actually holding strong while most of our other indexes here were being beat down. So we got the Russell. The Russell is up 0.51% for today, which is pretty good, but flat, again, flat. So we're not seeing a whole lot of volatility on this Monday, right? We're not seeing a whole lot of volatility. A lot of people didn't get in here and spend too much money. There are still some earnings plays this week. I think there's a big dog earnings for tomorrow that we might want to take a look out for, and I'll try and remember what it is. Maybe I can catch it on Webull, because I know Webull tells you, hey, what's some earnings and stuff that's going on. I know it was one big dog, and I don't want to call it wrong and say Disney, so give me a minute. So the major earnings for this week are Pfizer and Disney. Pfizer and Disney. We all know Disney is a big dog in the market. And then after seeing what happened with Facebook, Facebook has showed some weaknesses in the S&P 500, right? Facebook has proven that investing too much into one company or putting too much of your portfolio in one company can truly plummet you despite all the good things that you have happening. Because I believe the news said that Facebook is what's bringing down the S&P 500 for the large majority. So we got to be careful, right, in things we invest in. We want to make sure that we create a diverse portfolio. We have a little money in tech, have a little something in financials. You guys know I was talking about energy. We got to put a little money in energy because energy is doing well. And we just got to monitor those different sectors to see what's going on. Talking about that, let's check out our sector, our heat map, right? Stock heat map. On the technology side, things looking pretty flat. We see Microsoft down 1.63%, Apple down 0.42%. Again, that's nothing major. Financials, we see Wells Fargo up 1.77%. Wells Fargo has been doing good from its lows as well. Bank of America up 0.48%, also doing well from its lows. Morgan Stanley up 1.03%, and Goldman Sachs up 0.15%. So that's doing good. PayPal is still taking a beating, and I'm hating to see it, right? Because you guys know I'm in PayPal. Again, I'm holding for the long term, but this is causing me to have to average down a little bit more into a company that I didn't think would do this bad, especially on their earnings. Their earnings really tanked them, and that's kind of hurting me right now. But that's fine. We'll definitely make those coins back. Communication services sector, Facebook down 5% for the day. Facebook is taking a beating. It's taking a beating, and I'm in here too. However, I do not have a large majority. I do not have a lot of it. I bought this thing when I saw it coming down. However, I was not expecting it to continue coming down as heavy as it has. Google is down 2.86%. On the healthcare side, we see Pfizer up about 0.40%. And I'm really curious to know what's going to happen with them during earnings tomorrow, right? How well have they been doing? Have they really been producing? What are their expectations, especially for a company that held stagnant for several years in the $50 range? They literally made no money for, I want to say, about a decade, sitting at $50, trading flat. So that's why I've been hesitant about getting in there, and I think I kind of shared that with you guys so that you guys know what you're getting into. Netflix down 1.97%. On the consumer cyclical tip, Amazon came down pretty hard today. I'm surprised to see it actually recovered a little bit. It's up 0.19%, flat. Baba taking a beating, down 6%. I'm going to have to find a way to get out of this one. I know we mentioned that. I actually sold some of it when it ran up and got it to a good point, and I think I just took some just flat. I didn't take a L, but I didn't win anything either. So I held a small piece of my position just for the future, just in case. Again, I think this company has a lot of growth potential. I need to do my research again and see if they have any bad news that could be taking it down this far, or maybe it's just the market. Whether it's just the market, who knows? Tesla down 1.73%, coming to a buy zone. Again, I like it in the $700, $800 range, but we know that under $900, this thing is valuable because it showed that it can hold strength above the $900 range. Energy up booming. ExxonMobil up 1.02%. Chevron up 1.97%. I mean, it looks like energy sector is doing pretty well. Industrials are looking pretty well and flat as well. Boeing is actually up 2.65%. That's one I haven't looked at in quite some time. I have heard some mention of it, but I have not looked into it in a while. Basic materials looking good, kind of flat. Utilities flat. Real estate flat. And consumer defensive. Walmart down 0.98%. Procter & Gamble down 0.75%, Costco 0.75%, and Target 1.28%. Again, most of these trends, just looking at them, those still give me the idea that they're definitely down probably about 10 to 15% from their highs for the past 52 weeks, which is a year. So be looking to get into these. Look at some of them, be looking for news, be looking for some catalysts to get these things pumping back up. We know that financials are what we're trying to migrate into more heavily. We're trying to get away from a lot of these riskier plays like the Facebooks, the Googles, the PayPal, which Google, in my opinion, is not as risky, but it's still something, get you some fractional shares. You want to have some of this in the long term and everything else, right? Especially we know the news, right? The 20-to-1 split, stuff like that kind of makes these things want to pump even more. And we want to just make sure we're on the front end, right? Make sure you get you a position. Hey, put your $150 in there and see what it does for you. I mean, when they do the split, see if it pumps you up. See if you can gain it. Hopefully $150 won't hurt you. Again, these are companies that we plan on investing in for the really long term to make money. On the news side, I did not see any major news besides this right here. Facebook parents Meta stock plunge exposes a weakness for the S&P 500. That's what I was mentioning to you guys about earlier. So a lot of these companies, over the longer term, the equal weight S&P 500 index has beaten the more traditional cap weight version. February 3rd was a red letter day for S&P 500. That day, shares of Facebook's parent Meta Platforms plunged more than 26%. If you held shares in the equal weight index of the S&P 500, Meta Platforms' decline didn't impact you like it did for shareholders in the more traditional capitalization weight S&P 500. So that means Meta Platforms pretty much sunk it, right? It showed some weakness. So that's just one of those things. One of the reasons why we got to remember to make sure we have a diversified portfolio. Make sure that we're actually taking time to realize where the market is and where money is going into for the sector for this current time, right? For this rotation in the market. We know that we still have a lot of FUD going around, a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. as far as a bearish market or a stock market crash, meaning that we can come down to about 20%. We already know we're in a correction still. Most of the indexes are down 10%. Some of them down as far as 14 to 15%. So we just have to be aware of those. Just remember that if you see these things coming down to where and they start to finally neutralize again, buy those dips, right? Buy those dips. That's what I do at least. I want to see it down 20% from its highs. I mean, even then, if it comes down even more, stuff like Facebook, again, I think this is a long-term company, but their earnings did not make everyone feel warm and fuzzy. So that's why they're getting beat down so much. People are trying to get out of this. Same thing with PayPal. Their earnings did not people feel warm and fuzzy about the future of the company. But we know that Facebook is running the metaverse. It's constantly investing in the metaverse. And I think as the metaverse explodes, Facebook is going to explode as well. As of right now, crypto is pretty much running the news. So I'm going to play crypto to the best of my ability, which is already at its highs right now. So for me, I'm glad I already have my positions established. I'm glad I'm holding. I may consider taking some profits off the top of it if it continues to run like this. And once it comes back down, I'll average back in again. That's the cycle of this thing, right? Buy low, sell high. If you guys have any questions, any crypto you want me to take a look at, any beginner cryptos or if you just want to get started, use my links, right? You can use the Gemini link and the Coinbase link in the description, and you should get some free stocks if you use Webull. You could get $20 of Bitcoin if you invest $100 on Gemini. And Coinbase gives away free coins all the time, free crypto, just for using my links, as well as taking some of those classes that Coinbase offers. Coinbase offers classes that actually give you free money in many of the different cryptos that they offer. So you guys make sure you take advantage of that using those links in the description. That's what I got for you guys tonight. Hope to see you tomorrow, and thank you for joining the journey to become wealthy.